Shalom, shalom. For the ones that's going to be watching this in a few, maybe a little later, shalom to you. So again, shalom, shalom. The title of this lesson is We Need the Confidence of David. Been holding on to this one. It just came to mind. It just came to mind. So first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of great millstone who rule well and teach well. A mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same spirit, teaching his word and believing his word. Lord, one of y'all all can continue to endure and be sincere, and shalom to the Akwat Yom that are believers of his faith and his truth. Lord, willing that you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and sound and virtuous wife. And Lord, willing to most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Again, we're just going into, we need the confidence of David. We have multiple examples in the scriptures, even other men, but it was just sticking out to me about David, and him being a young lad before he was a king. So Lord, and this is edifying. Lord, I don't make it too long, and then just go to the point and you take certain things for yourself, to increase your confidence, let alone your faith. Again, we need the confidence of David. So we're going to go into 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter, which the whole chapter itself is a good read. Side thing. Now you might hear the music. I'm only doing that just in case my little daughters might not overpower the sound or the delivery. But, Lord willing, just bear with me. Lord willing, you can still hear me. I'm going to talk clear and loud to the best of my ability. Some points I'm going to just skip. You can read the whole chapter yourself. Some points I'm going to skip to get to the main point. But we're going to start at verse 8. This is 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter, in verse 8. It says, And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel and said unto them, Why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am not I a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me. It says, And if he be able to fight with me and to kill me, then will we be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us. Now, it's either two ways this is going to go, right? It's either we're going to win or we're going to lose, right? And it's amazing how we all live our own stories in this life. So nobody even understood or knew that David was going to be the one to kill Goliath. But the Lord was dealing with David in a way that even before coming here, he was anointed to be king. And that time was going to happen whenever the Lord removed Saul, but things had to take place, right? And this is to start the fame of David when, the start of him killing Goliath, right? Just giving you spoiler alert, right? So dropping down to verse 17, Let me go up a little so you can hear the names, right? Start at 11. It says that Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine. They were dismayed and greatly afraid. Now David was the son of the Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse, and he had 8 sons. And the man went among him for an old man. And in the days of Saul, and the 3 eldest sons of Jesse went and followed Saul to battle. And the names of his 3 sons that went to battle were Eliab, the firstborn, and the next unto him Abinadab, and the third Shammah. And David was the youngest, and the 3 eldest followed Saul. But David went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. And the Philistines drew near morning and evening, and presented himself 40 days. Jesse said unto David his son, Take now for thy brethren an ephah of this parched corn and these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to thy brethren, and carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain of their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. Now Saul and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah, fighting with the Philistines. Now, I want to get a quick precept before we keep going, because you see, like I said, we all have our own life that the Lord is moving around. So the brothers of David is walking with Saul to this battlefield, and David is here, but then the Lord, like literally, had Jesse tell him, go take this for your brothers. Now, a side note, when you go watch the TV show, The House of David, this is even more why it's good to be reading throughout your weeks, throughout your days. Read. We might not be the best, but you try to read to constantly feed that brain. And sometimes you read the same thing over again, so that when you watch that, if you're watching that TV show, you understand the lies that they put into it, right? You don't see Jesse telling them, hey, go to the battlefield, or like certain things that they add on, right? But when we look in the scriptures, this is how the Lord had it written. Right. So just to show a precept, and we'll come back to 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter. I just want to get this classic Proverbs 20 and 24. Because yes, Jesse said it. But then when we look at a higher power, right? Proverbs 20 and 24, man's going are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Right? Now, it doesn't say David knew that the Lord was moving him and all of those things, but this was all of the Lord. Jesse didn't even know. It was all the Lord, man. Right? Let's see if we can line more man's going of the Lord. We got Proverbs 16 and 9, a man heart deviseth his ways, but the Lord direct his steps. Psalms 37 and 23, the steps of a good man are ordered by Yahweh, and he delighteth in his ways. The Lord, through the Spirit, David is a good man, or a righteous man, a man of the sheep, right? And the Lord directed his steps to go to that battlefield, right? Out of everybody else that got afraid of seeing Goliath, he had that courage or that confidence, right? Because we do need the courage and the confidence of David, right? We need the confidence and the courage of David, right? Saying it again. We need the confidence and the courage of David. And we're going to see more of that in 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter. Again, it's multiple examples, right? The courage on how he continued to move in the ways of the Lord while Saul was trying to kill him. Had chances of killing him and never did. David always held Yahweh at a high regard. So Jeremiah 10 and 23, O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps, right? It's not man himself that's moving him. It's all the Lord. The Lord is moving us into the direction or the position he wants us to go, right? Let's get some more. Daniel 5 and 23, but has lifted up thyself against Yahweh Shemashai of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords and thy wives and thy concubines have drunk wine in them, and thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold, of brass, iron, wood, and stone, would see not, nor hear, nor know. And the God in whose hand thy breath is, and whose are all thy ways, hast thou not glorified? And guess what? I think this is going to Belshazzar, right? Nebuchadnezzar's son, right? And then the Lord wrote on the door, right? This is all of the Lord, let alone to bring forth Daniel to give the understanding of the writing on the door. If I'm not mistaken, this is definitely going into, because Nebuchadnezzar's son was drinking wine out of the golden vessels of Israel, right? And it says, "Who are all thy ways? Has thou not glorified?" Right? And they're using the Lord's stuff and not glorifying the Heavenly Father, right? But to get more into brought out this one, Proverbs 16:9, a man's heart deviseth his way, but Yahweh direct his steps, right? It's all Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. So David was moved. The whole point, man's going to the Lord. David was moved by Yahweh to go to that battlefield, right? David was moved to go to that battlefield. We read verse 19. So now I'm going to drop down to verse, because it goes to David accepting the challenge. So I'm going to start at 23. It says, "And as he talked with them, and behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and were sore afraid. And the men of Israel said, Have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely he defied Israel. Is he come up? And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter." And I believe that's Michelle, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, What shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and take away the reproach from Israel? For who is the uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? Right? He's standing on business. It says, "And the people answer him after this manner, saying, So shall it be done to the man that killeth him. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David, and he said, Why camest thou hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and thy naughtiness of thy heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle." And David said, What have I done? What have I now done? Is there not a cause? And he returned from him toward another, and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. Now we're going to keep reading, but I haven't been to Afghanistan. I've never been in war on the side. For us, Romans 10:17, faith come by hearing the word. We have to believe in this, that David was a young lad going to war, didn't have no technique of any war strategies, but this man had believed in the Lord, and know the Lord was always dealing with his people, right? Regardless of the things that we have done, this man was truly believing in the Lord. So you have to imagine, you seeing Goliath that's 9.5, 9.5, maybe more, tall, big as hell, and you small and little. This man is not even thinking or shaking or looking at his own stature like, man, I can't beat him. He's thinking of the Lord, right? So now we're going to hear the wordplay. The wordplay he's going to bring out, right? So we're going to drop down, and let's start at verse 31. And it says, "And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. And David said to Saul, Let no man's heart fail because of him." Right? Don't let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. Come on. A lot of us would shake in our boots to do that. Again, we need the confidence of David. We need the courage of David in the time that we're in now. You should be building up your character, your faith on this side forevermore, because what's about to come, you're going to need the confidence and the courage of David, the MOTB, Jacob's trouble, let alone every battle we deal with on this side. In a minute, your family, our own people is going to bump up against us of this faith, starting with the teachers, the apostles, the prophets, and anybody else that say that they truly believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You women are going to be tested. You children are going to be tested. But of course, the elect is covered, right? In the NLT, it says, don't worry about this Philistine. David told Saul, I will go fight him. In the Amplified Bible, David said to Saul, let no man's courage fail because of him. Talking about Goliath. Your servant will go out and fight with this Philistine. David told Saul, let your men courage not fail. Let no man's courage fail. Let no man courage fail. Right now, we get free time to go do what we want to go do. I want to go work here. I want to go here. I want to go here. Right? But are you preparing for what's to come? It's about to get worse out here. Right? You need the courage of David. Like later on, if you building yourself up, it's not about thanking me, but later on, you're going to be thanking Yahweh Shem Yahushai that you're preparing yourself, right, for what's to come. You need the confidence and the courage of David. And that courage and that confidence come by you trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? What is it? Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. Those that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, right? And only the elect is trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and growing in this thing and understanding the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Verse 33, and Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against the Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. Right now, David is speaking. We can go into other chapters where David fought against a lion and a bear. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and the uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he have defied the armies of the living God. Right? So he's being confident because it was really the Lord that helped him. And he said, I'm going to do the same thing to that Philistine. Right? We need that type of confidence. Verse 37, and David said, moreover, Yahweh that delivered me out of the paw of the lion. He's telling you, Yahweh delivered me from the paw of the lion. Even though he slew the lion and the bear, it was the Lord that delivered him from that lion. It was the Lord that gave him the strength to overpower the lion and the bear. And out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of the Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and Yahweh be with thee. Right? You got to have this type of confidence in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The Lord is going to get it done. Right? So again, the other verses, Saul give him armor, right? And then later on, David said, he haven't approved the armor. He haven't tested the sword. So David has more confidence in the things he did test, right? Let's read it. Verse 40. And he took his staff in his hand, right? The staff that he used as a shepherd, and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a scrip. And his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. So he only took the things that he had that he knew that he approved. His staff, of course, he had the scrip, but he had his slingshot, and he got a rock. These is the tools that he's used to approving. See? So we have to use the tools that we got to approve and use. What tool do you have on this side that you should be using? Right? He said it right here. Where is it? Right here. Verse 39. David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. David did not prove these weapons, right? David did not prove these weapons, right? And I'm going to say why I'm saying, why I'm saying it over and over again, right? Let me see. Right? In the NLT, David put it on, strapped the sword over it, took a step or two to see what it was like, for he had never worn such things before. I can't go in these. He protested to Saul, I'm not used to them. So David took them off again. He's not used to them. He didn't approve them, right? But he's used to his staff and his script and his sling and the rock. So we have to be used to the scriptures. You have to be used to the law. You have to be used to the Psalms. You have to be used to the prophets. You have to be used to the Gospels. You have to be used to the letter of Paul. You have to be used to the Apocrypha. This is our weapon. This is our staff and our rod for correction. This is our inspiration. This is our music, which is our poetry. This is our earthly matter, but a heavenly story. It's the word. This is our banner, our sign. This is our weapon that we supposed to approve. Everybody approving a video game, their car, this, riches, money, so and so, your woman, right? Your husband, but approve or use what you should be using that the Lord have given us. The scriptures, baby. Right? I just had to get excited real quick, right? So David went, he put down the shield. Right? He put down the shield and he only went there with the things that we just read in verse 40. Dropping down to verse 45. It says, Then said David to the Philistine, Thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of Yahweh of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defiled. Every day you should be coming in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, not the name of your money, which niggas be like, oh, I got more money than you, right? A man or a woman that say they come in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is better than Floyd fucking Mayweather, man. Excuse my French, but we're being serious here, man. Coming in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is better than your house. It's better than your job. And we need this name. We need this confidence in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for what's to come. Right? 46. It reads, In this day will Yahweh deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee and take thy hand from thee. David is telling the Philistine, Yahweh is going to deliver you. That's confidence in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. This is the point. We need the confidence of David. David had confidence in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, not in himself. He knew that the Lord told him he was going to be a king through the seer, the prophet Samuel, right? But he had confidence in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai because the Lord was dealing with him. He believed the Lord was, right? Like yesterday, our video get cut after Yarmayan said what he said. And I'm at home playing the game. And it smacked me like, yo, and my wife, my second wife, she was saying this because we was talking about it. And she's like, yo, you was quoting this, or your brother was quoting this, and then out of nowhere the video cut. I'm sitting in the living room. I'm like, yo, the Lord really did. I wake up today, all night I couldn't see it, and it don't take that long for it to load. I wake up and the video is on the page. All yesterday, it was never on the page. It said it was removed. It was deleted. It was gone. I woke up today, the video is on the joint. And this is something little. Now, y'all might not believe. I do believe after this brother said the Lord could do anything. If the Lord wants you to go out and teach, he going to move you to teach. If he don't want you in this truth, he going to remove you. The Lord can do anything. This is not of us. Then the video cut off. That let me know it's the Lord. So I'm just using it as an example. We got to really have confidence in the Lord. You have to believe if you truly follow the Lord, that he got angels camping around you, So again, this day will Yahweh deliver thee in my hand, and I will smite thee and take thy hand from thee. And I will give the carcass of the house of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth. And all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel, right? And this is a memorial. We're able to speak about this over and over again, right? A lot of men that's in the scriptures, the Lord through the Spirit, we're talking about these men that did these things. Either is great, they were moved by the Lord. All of this is a record, and we're still talking about what they did. Saul, his name is going to be, his family, his name is going to be remembered throughout generations, even though he was a good king and then he turned bad and became wicked, right? He's still talked about. Your forefathers is still talked about today, you know? And this is all by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai. 2nd Esdras 15 verse 2, the Lord had these words written on paper and they're faithful and true. You know how far we came writing on stone, rock, papyrus, animal skin, clay. Now we writing on paper. We was even writing on parchment paper, so on and so on. It's all by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, right? Verse 47, it says, and all this assembly shall know that Yahweh saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is Yahweh's, and he will give you into our hands. So what we're in right now, this is all of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, the spiritual battle, the physical battle you're dealing with within yourself, with these nations, starting with Esau. It is all in the hands of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All of it, man. All of it. All of it. Your friends, your family that bump up against the Lord and not truly in this. That's all the Lord, man. That's all Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Right? We got to be like David with that confidence. Dropping down to 49, it said, and David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in the forehead. And that stone sunk into his forehead and he fell upon his head to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David reigned and stood upon a Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of his sheath thereof and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled. And David killed him with his own, he cut his head off with his own damn weapon, man. With his own damn weapon. And really through the Spirit, David prophesied. He said, just like he did the bear and the lion, I'm going to do this Philistine. And then he even told him, he said, the Lord is going to give you into our hand. He prophesied, man. Did he not prophesy? Because the prophesy is to speak on something, a future event. The battle had to take place. And at the end of the battle, that is a future event. Because right there and then, they just talking. He prophesied a real small prophecy, or it was a small, he did it smallly. And then it really fully happened because he truly believed and came with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is the confidence we talking about, right? This is the confidence we must have in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right? The confidence or the courage of David, right? So we're going to get in a few more precepts and then I'm going to close, right? Let's go to Proverbs, the 14th chapter. And we're going to go to verse 26. It says, in the fear of Yahweh is strong confidence, and his children shall have a place of refuge, right? The fear of Yahweh is strong confidence. The fear of the Lord, that the Lord can kill you. David knew, right? Of course he know that the Lord is going to deliver you. And he even knows if the Lord want you to be delivered to him. I'm going to just use this example. You watch the TV show, The House of David. It was something that he said when he said, when the dude, his cousin was about to throw him over the rail. He said, man, I'm going to kill you. So it's either you're going to do this or that. David closed his eye, opened up his arm. He said, do it. Because he said, I have a destiny. And David knew, hey, if it's of the Lord, he could do it. But the Lord already gave David a destiny all the way back then. So he already knew the Lord was dealing with him. Right? And this is the best thing about scriptures, man. When we get into these scriptures, you get to understand the Lord's plan. Right? Isaiah 46:10, the Lord declared the end from the beginning. He's going to come with a mighty deliverance. So we got to have fear in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's what this thing is about. In the fear of Yahweh is strong confidence, right? The more we fear the Lord, the stronger we get in confidence because it's all the Lord. I don't want to fall in the hands of the Lord on the left-hand side. The right-hand side, dying for this truth, that's different, you know? But it's all Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's will. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Right? Yes, we just read a verse saying in the fear of the Lord, but fear just in general. He didn't give us a fear to fear man, what man could do to us, what a freaking lion can do to us, or a bear. Right? We got to have fear in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that he can make that lion eat your ass, or the Lord can shut the lion's mouth like he did Daniel. That should make you fear the Lord more. Yo, you in front of a lion where he could snap you in pieces, but the lion ain't even doing that to you. That's all Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. If the lion tear your ass up, the Lord allowed it. You know, the Lord gave us the spirit of power, the spirit of love, and of a sound mind in him, right? Let's get this in Romans, the 15th chapter. Salaki, y'all, I'm getting excited, right? Because we want to be confident in Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. This is Romans 15 in verse 13. Now the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, that ye may bound in hope through the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. Right? Now the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing. You want to be filled with joy, even filled with hope. Like, right? When you got that hope that the Lord got you, literally, you're being confident in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And not in self, right? James 4:10, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord. He shall lift you up. David was lifted up, believing in the Lord. He was able to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Got him. The Lord is going to deliver this Philistine unto me like he did the lion and the bear. I'm going to go out here with these 5 smooth rocks. And this nigga dead. He's dead, man. Because of confidence in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? 1 Corinthians 10. Again, the worst is yet to come, and you should be working on your confidence, your courage now. Literally your faith to depend more on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and not self. Right? So 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. We talk about temptation. We talk about death, right? Which going into this battle, right? Well, Revelation 3 and 10, you know, talking about the hour of temptation, right? That great temptation that's going to come. It's all Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai, but you got to have confidence in him, right? Confidence, right? Confidence. Let's go to this precept in the gospel. St. John 16, not 13. Not 13. We want verse 23. And in that day ye shall ask me nothing. Verily, verily, I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall ask the Father in my name, he will give it you. What's the Son's name? Yahushai. What's the Father's name? Yahweh. So you saying Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, please give me confidence, right, to endure in this thing. Please give me courage to overcome the trials and the traps that's going to be in front of me, right? Because 2 Timothy 3 and 1, in the last days is going to be perilous times, terrible times. Lord, I need you to guide me through the valley of the shadow of death, in which is really Babylon, which is the shadow of death, right? This place is going to be leveled, destroyed, right? We need the confidence of Yahweh. We need the confidence of David, and we call on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Romans 5 and 1, right? Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. We're justified by faith. When you're counting and trusting in the Lord, that's you having faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Let's get Ephesians, the 5th chapter, verse 8. Ephesians chapter 5 in verse 8. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Walk as children of light, right? David was walking in the light because he had faith in the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We should be walking in this light daily. Like the other lesson that I did, that's on my channel, an educated Israelite is lethal. We're lethal when we're educated in the wisdom knowledge of the Lord. And that's what makes us a light within this world, right? We have to always count on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Because he's going to get us through this, right? We need the confidence of David, right? We need the confidence of Daniel, where he knew that he was right on what he did, and that the Lord is gonna preserve me. These lions ain't gonna eat me. Just like Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael, I'm not gonna bow down to your God, right? And even if my God don't come and save me, I'm still not gonna do it. And because you gotta know that the Lord can do it if he want, and he don't have to. The Lord can use you as an example and not save your ass just to humble everybody else faith. And he's still gonna test you to see if you about your damn words. We gotta be confident as David, actually even more confident. This is the last go round, man. Better is the end of a thing, right? Ecclesiastes 7-8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in the spirit is better than the proud in spirit, right? Got to be patient like Daniel. Got to be patient like David, right? Got to be patient like Yahushua. Got to be patient like Samuel. Got to be patient like Moses. Got to be patient like Hezekiah. Got to be patient like Isaiah. Got to be patient like Ezra. Got to be patient like Eleazar. Got to be patient like the mother that seen some of her kids get tortured. Got to be patient with the Lord. Being patient is still counting on the Lord, regardless how hard, how difficult it is. David, he messed up. He committed a sin. What did he do? He cried unto the Lord and repented. Don't take your presence or your spirit from me. Right? He knew he went off, but he counted on the Lord. He didn't get prideful and proud. This is why his throne is going to continue. We have to be confident, courageous, and patient in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, like David, right? These scriptures is not just to be misused. Use them. Wear them out as much as you can daily. This realm, everybody saying we're in the matrix. Why are you not acting like you in the matrix? Right? You want to get out of it. So you're working hard for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to deliver you, to work with you through these little traps. Through this, you got to know, 2nd Ezra 7, the walk the righteous going on is the most dangerous walk on the earth. Right? Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever you may be. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem HaKadosh, the honors to the other apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, the same spirit I endure to be sincere. Shalom to Him, believers in his faith and his truth. Lord willing, the most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Again, we need the confidence of David, right? For the ones that's growing in the faith, you're going to know what this is, right? 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter. Throughout Samuel, you get to read a lot about the confidence of David. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom, continue in this walk. Don't let nobody get in your way. With that, shalom. Shalom.